What's up there, guys? Today I'm going to be discussing in my random city today, because I got this as a request actually, how to rank your junk removal business in the city of Portland, Oregon. I'm going to be discussing what it's going to take to actually compete or even possibly overtake the top junk removal business listed on Google in that particular area. I'm going to go through search volume, keyword analysis, SEO analysis in order to show you what it would take to make that happen, or if it's even worth pursuing to make it happen. So let's get cracking. I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do and how can you do this research for your particular area anywhere in the USA all by yourself. Let's get going. What's up there, guys? Izzy here once again with Do-It-Yourself Junk Removal SEO, where I help junk removal business owners, dumpster rental companies, small business owners really understand the internet, search engine optimization, so I can help them get their business website and their business listings found online for the service they're providing, so equals more money in their pockets. And like I said earlier in the video, we're going to be discussing Portland, Oregon. I got a request on one of my videos, so I'm going to go ahead and analyze junk removal in Portland, Oregon. Now, the very first thing, like I always say, what you have to do is look at your market. How many people are actually looking for junk removal services in Portland, Oregon? One of the best ways to do that, you could do this yourself in any area that you're in, is type in junk removal in your city. So we're going to use junk removal in Portland. And what you need to do is look for the website that's all by itself. That's not a big corporate website. It's not a big, gigantic Yelp listing or anything. It's just one website that's all by itself. The one you can see that it's its own business owner. And the first one I see here is junketportlandoregon.com. So I click on it. This is their website right here. So I copy their website. I go to the Hoth search engine rankings. I'll have the link in the description here. You pop that into this right here. And what this is going to do is going to bring back what causes this website to show up on Google. And this is where you can find out some data, some very good data. Again, this is just a free tool. It's just going to give you some rough estimates. This is basically all you need anyways. So I typed it in, and junk removal Portland is searched 1,900 times. That is a monstrous amount of junk removal search out there in that area. Let's take a look. Other terms: junk hauling Portland, 260. Let's see what else we got. Junk removal Portland OR. Those words 210 times. Junk pickup Portland 110 times. So you can see there is a huge, huge amount of volume for junk removal in Portland, Oregon. So that's very, very, very good in the sense that you can get business out there. What is bad is more likely there's going to be a lot of competition. So let's take a look at the competition next and see what we need to do, why they're ranking, and what we could possibly do to beat them. Let's go on to the next one, the Google listings. Okay, now we're going to analyze the top 3 in the Google Map listings right here. These, I would say, would get the majority of the calls for junk removal when anybody types these 3 words in. And as you can see, the first one is pretty much garbage. I don't know why this is up here. There's no website connected to it. It's got, 2 reviews that I saw in there. So if somebody really optimized a really, really good map listing, it shouldn't be too hard to knock that guy out. It will probably be a matter of time for some of these start pushing that one out of there, because that one's not good. Portland, Oregon, this one. This is a good one. So we'll analyze this one. This one has 85 reviews. So there's 4 things Google's looking at in a Google map listing. Number 1, making sure the website that's connected to it even mentions the words junk removal in Portland. So let's take a look right away. It's the first thing you see, Portland junk removal. So right away, Google knows this website, this listings, the website connected to it is about Portland junk removal. Next thing it's looking for is business citations. These are mentions of the business name, the address, and the phone number all over the internet. The more it sees it everywhere, the more it begins to trust the ranking on there. And a simple way to do that is just to copy the name, Portland Junk Removal, and the phone number, put it into Google search, click on that bad boy, and it's going to bring back how many pages these terms are found. So it says right here 3.3 million, but that's not actually accurate. So you just keep going, just keep scrolling. See, eventually it'll change. Let's go to number 3. There you go. So it's actually 30 mentions of business name, address, and phone number. You can see they have a Twitter account. They have, let's see what else they got. They probably have weird pages. Let's take a look here. Angie's List, see, Portland Craigslist, Maps, Yelp, Better Business Bureau, Quora. So you can see these is where people get their listings. So in order for you to beat them in this category, you need to get more business listings than they have. And this is easily done. I'll refer to it in other videos, how you get your business listings out there. You can get tons and tons and tons of them. Um, Not all of them they take a while for Google to index them to basically see them. But once you do, you can outrank them and beat them just from that alone. Next thing it's looking for is the reviews. Let's take a look at the reviews. Like I said, it had 85 reviews. The reviews are good because, again, Google likes its own properties like YouTube, like this. So Google wants to see people interacting with the Google listing. So if people are actually leaving reviews, even if some of those might be a little not too positive, it doesn't really matter. I mean, you don't want a bunch of negative reviews, but there's life and activity taking place in the listing. So Google likes that. And I've noticed that they put in products information that they do on here. You could do all that, just optimize it all the way. Another thing they're looking for is the little mini Google posts that people put in there. Again, just to create activity amongst inside this little listing. The more lives Google sees it, the more it's going to favor it, the more people are going to interact with it. And that's what Google's looking for. So they're not putting up any Google posts or anything like that. Let's see what the third one is. Yeah, see, they are. Well, it's been a while. September is the last one they put. But little things like that will help it rank into the listings. So all those things added together are not one is more important than the other, in my opinion. And you just balance them out at everything. You try to do everything that Google wants. Your Google listings should be able to rank up there pretty high. The competition doesn't look too difficult with the Google listing here. So if somebody wants to get out there and make it happen, you can totally make it happen. It's going to take some time for this to get trust and all that stuff, have a good website connected to it. But it could definitely be beat out, especially this guy. This guy's got no website, no nothing. Eventually Google's not going to like this, eventually knock that one off. So that's it. Let's move on to the top 10 listings underneath the map listing. All right. The next thing we're going to look at is the organic listings underneath the map listings. Your whole goal should be to get your junk removal business listed both in this map listing in the 3-pack as well as in the top 10 here of Google search, preferably his number 1 or 2 spot and somewhere in this 3-pack. The idea behind this is that when somebody types in junk removal in Portland and they see your business listed here and here, they're going to trust it more. They're going to go, wow, this business is just subconsciously, they're going to see that you're listed more than everybody else and gravitate and click on there, especially if you have great reviews. Your website's awesome. Everything's easy. You provide great service. Everything will add up for you to dominate that location. Also, later on, you could even add some, if you're doing Google ads, you could keep them going, just knock down how much you're paying for them every month, just to plaster yourself all over the first page. Take up as much real estate as you can on the first page of Google to get found for junk removal and those services. So there's what we need to do is analyze the top website as to why it's number 1 and see if it's following all the rules. And right away, I could see there's quite a few junk removal websites for Portland, Oregon out there. So that's already going to be very difficult for someone to overtake. Can it be done? Yes. But it just means more websites you got to leapfrog over. But let's take a look at the first one. Let's see if they're following all the rules. This is what you need in order to rank a website on Google. Basically 5 things. Meta, your title, meta title, your meta description, your headlines, H1 title tags, subheadlines, H2 title tags to support the top headline, and you need content on your website. And I also forgot to sprinkle in, you also need age of the website. The more age you have, the more Google's going to trust that Google listing. That Google website. It's not a Google listing, the website. So let's take a look. First of all, I see their website. It's a really nice website. Seems like there's got to be quite a bit of content. It's got several pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pricing page, blog. So they got a lot of content on their website. So it's one of the reasons they're up the top. And then to make sure they have all the meta description, all the titles, the headlines, and all that, just go to seoscan.org. I'll provide a link on the description here. Put their domain address on there, hit analyze, and you're going to see that they're probably following all the rules. Junk removal, Portland, Oregon. There you go. See, that's their title tag. It's filled in correctly. The meta description now. Portland, junk removal. How about that? They followed that. Now let's take a look at their H1 title tag. This is the title. Is like the title of your book report or your book. What the title is, what's going to be the website's going to be about. H1 title tag says junk removal Portland. Portland junk removal, hauling, and experts that you trust. There you go. Following the rules perfectly. The H2 title tags, um, not as much, but it doesn't matter because they're following all the rules. Now let's take a look at the domain age. Again, I found an even better place. I'll provide a link here in the description where you could add in the let's take a look here. Add in the domain name, hit enter, and it's going to tell you how old the domain is. Right here, you hit submit. And this domain is 10 years old. Whew, it's quite the battle there. So that's one of the reasons it's number one or number two here for these three search terms. The age of the domain name, they're following all the rules. It's a nice looking website, loads up nice and quick. So on a difficulty of 1 to 10 to overtake this one, it's going to be very, very difficult. Can you do it? Yes. Well, but the only thing is going to take a lot of time, a lot of links, and a lot of patience in order to make that happen. You got a better chance of getting your map listing ranked faster. But still, you build a website that follows all the rules here, preferably with WordPress. You can use GoDaddy, you can use anything to host it. Optimize it correctly, put in all the good content, the title tags, meta description, all that stuff, and then connect your website to your map listing. More than likely, this will rank faster than your website. But with time and you constant progression of doing the backlinks that I'll talk about later on, and I'm going to be offering in my services, you can eventually overtake it and get found in this location. But while I was doing my research, I did look into another town right next to it, Beaverton, Oregon. Now I took a look at the competition over there. This city's about 100,000 people. Let's see, 97,000 people. But if you take a look, junk removal, Beaverton. Here's your websites. Here's the Google listings, and then here's some websites. There's no websites here towards the top. There's not one. So your chances of getting business in Beaverton, you could get more business. I did the search volumes around 200, 250 searches a month. So that's another alternative you could do is if you can get an address in Beaverton, Oregon, create your map listing in that area, and then build a website for that specific area, there's a very, very good chance you could even speed up the process and get business in a place where people are already looking for junk removal business. So it's a little sub niche of Portland, Oregon. So there's strategies, there's things that you can come up with in order to speed things up or branch out if you already have listings in certain cities to get more business in certain cities. So that's pretty much my complete little breakdown for Portland, Oregon. If you guys want to, you guys can do this in your area. Just follow the rules. I have all the links to all the places you can get the tools to find out some of the search volume, the age of your competition. What else do I have in there? Oh, the SEO scan.org, all that information to give you an idea of what it would take to compete or possibly even overtake your competition in a certain area. And I will be providing a service where you can do your entire SEO all by yourself, and possibly in the future too, a way for you guys to build your website for yourself. Because in all honesty, having a really well optimized website is 50% of the battle. I really, really believe that because I have built websites that have done absolutely zero SEO whatsoever on them, other than just built a completely well optimized website. Granted, the area is less competitive, but just that alone causes the website to rank because I'm following all of Google's rules, creating the good content, good original content, and doing everything that you're supposed to do. Build it on WordPress. Google likes WordPress and all that good stuff. So if you'd like information about my little courses and all that stuff, feel free to link it. I'd send the description here below. And that's my complete breakdown for Portland, Oregon. If you guys want me to do your area, feel free to mention that in the comments. I'll be happy to break it down and see what the competition is out there and if you could even overtake them. Till next time.